blah 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 blah. Can we be heard?
What's up? What's up?
Uh,
What's up? What's up?
Also, happy subiversary, Stinky.
Oh, that's not good.
Happy subiversary, Stinky. Thank you for the resubs. It's almost a year. Listen, at least it was only a couple minutes in. All we've really done is talk to each other and talk about this. We went over. I ate a cookie. I almost died eating the cookie. This is Denji. He is our main character. He was in a lot of debt to the Yakuza because his father was an asshole and left him debt and fucking died. This is Pochita. He is a little chainsaw doggy. Wow wow wow. Bark bark. He's best friends with Denji because Denji found him when he was hurt and was like, "Hey, devils, heal from drinking blood. Drink my blood, blah blah blah. But now you gotta form a pact with me." And they became friends. And Denji now works for the Yakuza to pay off the debt. And brain is not keeping up with mouth.
You're fine. Basically, the
yeah.
Yakuza brought Denji to another spot. They said that they found another devil to kill.
Yeah.
Turns out that the Yakuza have been turned into zombies by the zombie devil.
Yeah.
Because the zombie devil hates devil hunters.
Yeah.
Denji is a devil hunter, just not an official one.
Yeah, he's just not licensed.
Yeah. So basically, zombie devil kills Denji. They get tossed into a trash can. Denji's bleeding, basically dead. Pochita's dying. Denji's blood goes into Pochita's mouth. Pochita heals himself, and then something interesting happens. We hear Pochita talk for the first time and probably the last time. And basically, Pochita says, "I enjoyed listening to your dreams of, having a better life. Now it's my turn. I want you to be able to experience your dreams because, Denji's dying, probably need a new heart."
Pochita really hit him with the "do it, just do it."
Do it. Basically, Pochita basically went inside of Denji's body to Denji's heart's Pochita.
Yeah,
Long
basically.
story short. And by doing that, Denji's alive again and now has cool new powers because he was like, "Oh shit, hey, where's Pochita?" And then saw Pochita's tail sticking out of his chest.
Which we should probably say is a pull string for a chainsaw.
For a chainsaw.
Yeah, it's not just a tail. It's not like a dog's tail sticking out of his chest. But he pulls it, yeah, and he becomes Chainsaw Man. Roll credits. That's it. We're done with the podcast. They said the thing.
That is, and yeah, the best description of Chainsaw Man is literally,
Just look at the picture of Denji, and imagine his head is like a helmet with a chainsaw coming out of it, and then his arms are split in half with chainsaws coming out of them. Boom.
Denji basically massacres the zombies and the zombie devil. He was like, "Well, if there's no Yakuza left, that means I don't have to pay my debt back." And just starts going ham.
Yeah.
And this is like an overnight thing. Car pulls up to the abandoned factory, ignoring the abandoned car. And a woman walks in. She's like sniffing around. She's like, "Hey, what the hell is that?" And she sees like Denji just standing there, chainsawing, basically in double form.
Barbecue sauce
As I
on his
like to call
titties.
it. And she walks up to him and she's like, "What are you?" And it's like, definitely not human, but also not a devil. It's like a weird mix. He's like, it's very rare, but it can happen. Gives him the ultimatum of you can be treated as a devil, or I can treat you as a human being and keep you as a pet. And
That's not being treated as okay. Yes, mommy.
listen, she said two things, and I was just like,
You got a picture of her, by the way?
yes, I do. My bad. And this strange woman is Makima.
Monkey.
But okay. Yeah, but she's like, I have like a special nose that tells me, he's like, there's like if it's a devil or a human, and I'd assume that they have different smells. But there's not really much really given, but like Denji's just like head over heels immediately. He's like, I'll take care of you, you know, people that work under me, or he's like, all my pets get to eat good food and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, alright, I see where this is going. I'm not here for that.
And then he passes out.
Yeah, and then he's just like, oh,
Need
blood loss.
ramen.
Yeah, he actually got to eat some good food for the first time in his life.
Yeah.
Then passed out again.
Feed me, please.
I think that's like basically she's like, hey, you're gonna become a licensed devil hunter, you know, under me. And he's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. As long as I, you know, get to keep, you know, my new way of life.
Yeah. That's kind of like what he does for the rest of the 5 episodes.
Yeah.
It's just building more on that.
We get to meet someone else that works under Makima, but runs a squad of his own. And this is Aki. This is personally my favorite character.
Aki Rosento.
Not
Wrong Aki, my bad.
Rogaki.
Damn. Fucking Bay. Alright, let's move on to the next person. We don't need to go into fucking top knot motherfucker over here.
Damn.
He got kicked in the balls like 5 times.
Oh, that was crazy.
You weren't lying. You really only focused on my nuts.
That was the best part. Also, Aki's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's a very big asshole.
Not without reason though.
Yeah.
Like we're not giving it right away, but he has his reasons for being the way he is.
As for the next person we get to meet Power.
Best character in this show.
What can I say about Power?
She has an interesting figure available for purchase.
That we're not sponsored. You can't be doing that.
Listen, I bought it. I can say whatever I want.
Power. Very. She's a fiend. There's a difference between devils and fiends. She is. I think it's a blood fiend.
Yeah.
A blood fiend. Basically, she can turn her own blood into anything she kind of wants it to. Weapon, you know. Pretty neat power.
So is Denji a fiend?
From what I read, no. He's like a hybrid, and it's just classified as hybrid.
It seems like fiends are exactly what he is, but the devil is the main personality, whereas he kept his own personality.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that's the only difference. Is like Pochita cared and didn't overtake him completely.
Right, but then how do we explain like Power?
Well, she's 100% just the personality of the Blood Devil.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, she's also the best character in the show. I don't care what anyone says.
She's not very smart.
No.
She's not smart at all. She's very actually quick. She has a temper, actually. Very. She doesn't like vegetables. But basically she's also assigned to Aki's squad, and um, Denji and Power kind of like not necessarily unsupervised, but are entrusted to just kind of go on a patrol.
Bad
You know,
idea.
there's a difference between devil hunters and then they're like people in their specific force,
Mhm,
so they can get in trouble for certain things
mhm.
without having like Aki around. So they kind of do that. Power straight up murders the fucking yeah. Wow, I can't even say it. Sea cucumber devil,
Yeah,
just off rip,
just fucking
and
power bombs
has
him.
a whole tirade. Just has a whole like a whole monologue the entire time. I'm like, okay.
She also speaks weird. She speaks like
She speaks in like,
thou, shout not
yeah.
pass, like that shit.
She's just like, I chalk it up to like old English kind of.
Yeah.
But then we find out that Power's been kind of like on her own for as long as she can remember, like just roughing it out in the woods and stuff.
Mm.
She found a cat. She fed the cat, killed the cow. Uh, Spent basically like her whole life with said cat. Then she basically lures Denji to a house like way far away from the city, and come to find out that yeah, Power tried to get Denji killed
For a good reason.
for a good reason. Nah, I wouldn't say.
It was a good reason,
It's her good reason.
bro. It's a good reason.
It's her good reason.
Nah, it's my good reason too, bro.
Okay.
Sacrifice a homie for the pussy.
But the Bat Devil
Yeah.
is who took Power's cat, Meowie. I don't have a picture of Meowie either. I just realized
How dare you? Most important character.
that. They'll see Meowie if they watch the show.
True.
So that's just can't give everything away.
Yeah, you're right.
But the Bat Devil basically like has a taste of Denji's blood, and he's just like, what the what is this? He's like, this is disgusting. It's like, this isn't even blood. And it's like, you know what? I'm tired of this.
I like
And
that he like
fucking-
forcibly takes it, and then it's like, how dare you give this to me? It's like, you dumb motherfucker.
he threatens to eat the cat.
Yeah.
He eats the cat.
Then he eats Power.
And then he eats Power, yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm not happy right now. She's like, I understood what you were saying. What? Because she like made fun of Denji for talking about losing Pochita.
Mhm.
And then she was like, now I understand. And then she gets eaten.
Yeah. And the Bat Devil flies off into the city. Denji goes after him. I also have to say that some of these like fight scenes are really well done.
Oh yeah, the animation's great in this show.
So good. But Denji and the Bat Devil pretty much scrap out. Denji goes full chainsaw mode and basically disendows the Bat Devil.
Yeah. Well, the whole time he's
Uh,
just like, what the fuck are you?
Now, like, yeah, Power's just like laying there, you know, and the Bat Devil's like intestines like
Yeah.
scattered all over the ground.
Somehow unharmed by all the damage that was done.
Meowie's there too, just vibing. Then I'd imagine, I'm pretty sure the Leech Devil and the Bat Devil were a thing. And they're like, I hate looking at this thing. Jesus. I do, I hate it. This is a leech devil. Leech devil basically pulled up and was just like, "Oh, you killed my man.
Am I allowed to
Now I
show
gotta kill
this?
you." I don't know.
Let me just scroll back up a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if that's TOS, but
Twitch, please. I didn't know.
uh, long story short, she's like, "Well, you killed my man, so I have to kill you." And then she's like, "You're kind of cute. I'll let you live." And then he's like, and then Denji's like, "What about her?" She's like, "No, she has to die." He's like, "Oh, can't have that." And they have like a clash of like uh, I like to say not goals, but that's the word that was used, but you know, something that Denji's looking forward to, and he's just an absolute like down horrendous person.
Yeah.
He's doing it really for the booba.
Yeah, we didn't mention that before, but he didn't care about her cat missing. Power promised him to touch her boobs if he saved Meowie. And then he was all in. He was like, "How fucking dare that devil!"
And they go at it for a little bit. Denji gets like supremely fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, but he's like still fighting, even though like one of his eyes is like, it's like, oh my god.
It's not the first time
Like-
he lost an eye.
No, but like he didn't lose it though. It was just bulging out of his head.
Yeah, but still.
He got hit that hard, and he was just conscious, just still going. You know, tiny chainsaw and all, because it goes off of his like blood. If he loses too much blood, he can't. The chainsaw stop working.
Goes by the same rules as devils, healing by drinking blood. That's why he drank
Yep.
the bad devil's blood to like heal up before fighting him.
And he almost dies. And you know, just in the nick of time before Denji gets eaten, the fox devil shows up. Of course with Aki. I think that shit was fucking beautiful. It's so good. I have a gift of it too. That shit's just great.
The worst character gets like the best devil.
Who said that?
Huh?
I'm getting tired of the slander.
Nah, I said it.
I know. I'm getting tired of the slander.
I don't give a shit. Find a new co-host.
But yeah. Yeah, Fox Devil shows up. We'll learn a little bit about the Fox Devil. A little bit more about Aki and the rest of his squad, which aren't really mentioned until like the last episode that I'm gonna talk about, which is episode 5. And I'll go ahead and kind of rapid fire them off a little bit.
Yeah.
This is Himeno. This is Aki Senior. Basically, she's gone through multiple partners in the business.
Bro, I'm trying to be a partner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
This is Kobeni. Kobeni's a shy girl that's really good at her job.
Before watching
also-
the show, she was like the only thing I knew about.
The good meme.
Just like her dancing. She was doing like DDR or something. I was like, what the fuck is
Oh.
this show about?
Kobeni is really good at her job. She's just a scaredy cat. And Arai, this is also another person that has a contract with the Fox Devil. But these are the rest of Aki's squad, so to say. And they go out for drinks, for like celebratory drinks. You know, making sure the miners don't drink. Having a good time. I guess the gun devil is now like the primary. We get a little bit of Aki's backstory. Aki had a sick little brother. Long story short, um, the gun double, the gun double, which is a really big threat, even though
The
we don't get
strongest
to.
of all devils.
Yes, we don't get to learn too much about him, but let's just say he got some range.
Get it? Because it's a gun.
Uh, uh,
Clap.
but yeah. Uh, the gun double basically murdered Aki's mother, father, and his little brother.
Bloodline.
One go.
Just fucking.
Just one go.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was an accident, premeditated, or it just happened, and we're just like, oh, well then.
Mm.
But they also find out that the gun doubles in like multiple pieces that they look like bullets, but they're really gross looking. But they kind of lead to another piece, and once you get enough pieces, it's like a magnet, basically. Like once you get enough, the little like gun shells, they become a bigger piece, and was mostly a lead on to finding, the gun devil's hole.
Mm.
But it kind of takes them to this hotel where they're kind of traveling. They find a minor devil inside. We find out Mena's contract is with the ghost devil. It's a cool spectral hand. Really
Yeah.
cool. You find out Arise contracted with the fox devil.
But he can't
Kobeni's is
summon it in the
unknown.
same way, right?
Yeah. This one's different because even Aki has to give up something every once in a while.
Mm.
But for whatever reason, the fox devil likes humans. So I guess that's why. Because I think for that one time, he gave her a piece of skin, like his skin. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but also very creepy.
Nice. Gross.
Yeah. But episode 5 kind of ends off with them with the group killing a minor devil in the hotel, but then they start looping the same floors over and over again.
Right.
And I think from there, I think I leave it up. I leave it up to everyone that listens to go watch.
Yeah. Um.
That's,
So as far as watching, I actually stopped there. Half because just out of habit, I'm used to only watching 5 episodes for the podcast, but also because long before we started watching this, I had already read the manga. So I'm far ahead, and they've kept at least up to episode 5, pretty much 1-to-1 with the manga. Like nothing was really left out. So I think it's safe to say that like the rest of the episodes would keep pretty close as well. So I didn't feel a need to go beyond that. Maybe just to see specific scenes later on. Although I will say I probably will finish this just because it's animated really well. I really like the voice cast. I watched it in English, by the way. But just the storyline is just good. Like the characters are fun, action scenes are great. I just like it in general. Like it's not the best thing I've ever, had the joy of taking part in, but it's still better than most things that I have enjoyed.
yeah. I think I'm a fan, given I didn't know anything about this,
Mm.
and I'm just I'm a pretty big fan of this.
Was there anything that like before you watched it that you were expecting or had like a precognition about that kind of changed as you watched?
Well, from like, because it's definitely been a couple months since I've fully watched it.
Mm.
This is my second go through.
Mm.
I just kind of didn't know what to expect besides, because I think it was the beginning of the first episode
Uh-huh.
that I think kind of sealed it for me. Because I was like, how Okay, it's like Chainsaw Dog. Okay, like kid Chainsaw Dog. How does that happen? And then found out how it happened. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
You're like, oh, okay. So I
oh,
actually thought that Pochita was like the mascot of the show, and he would be around for the whole show. I didn't realize that it was like devils or other. I thought it was just a show about a dude with chainsaw powers. Like I didn't know the
yeah.
plot, so I thought that that was just the mascot, like the chainsaw dude. I didn't even know that him and Denji were the same person. And also like what I said before of the DDR meme with Kobeni.
Yeah.
I had no idea that she was on like some kind of squad of demon killing assassins. Like it always looked like she was a chick working at like a Starbucks or something, like with an apron on, and she was just dancing DDR for some reason, crying because the chainsaw kept revving up. I'm like, what is this show about? And I watch it, and they're on the same team and they're working together. She's also an assassin. I'm like, what is this? Pochita dies episode 1. We might not ever see him again. What? Everything I thought I knew was a lie. Let's see. Anything else you want to like add about it?
I guess something for, I guess later on, at least to look forward to, is Kobeni actually getting her shit together. That is something I definitely, because I always I complained about her a lot. I was like, oh, she's this, she's that.
Yeah.
And just like found out she's actually really good at her job, and I was like, where?
Yeah.
Like,
I would like to see the eventual, like even up to where I am in the manga, they haven't said it, but like the revelation of what her devil is, because they're all said to have devils. I also wanted to point out that like Makima meets Denji. It's like, oh, this is some kind of strange like mixture between devil and human, super rare. Next episode, here's a million more of them. Like the only thing is that he has like the full, you know, scope of his personality still intact. Alright, what about a score? I'm gonna rate this baby out of 10.
I give it an 8.
I would also say 8, but I think the theme song puts it at a 9.
Yeah, Kickback goes crazy.
Kickback goes so fucking crazy, bro. Like, this is one of the few shows that I do not skip the intro every time I watch it.
Nah, every time. I've never skipped it.
Yo,
I've watched through it twice.
Time, bro. That shit just goes hard, man. Different languages, fucking salsa mix. Let's go. I'm down with it.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
wow. I was like, at first, first time watching this, I was like, there's no way an opening could fucking kick this hard. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I haven't been this
And
into
now-
an opening since fucking dun 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 chicky chicky bamba.
Kang your boy Kang Bing.
Gotta finish that, by the way.
We do have to finish that. I haven't
Yeah.
finished it yet.
That fucking intro went crazy too.
But yeah, no, I think that's all I really have for Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
I think
Well-
I leave everything up to you watching and doing your own research. Do be careful.
Yeah. All in all, show's really good. Animation's really good. Voice work is really good. There's really no complaints to be had except give me more.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
And I think that would do it for us. So I'm going to put up what we're watching for next time.
Aw, shit.
Yes, sir. So there was a couple different things that I wanted to have us watch, but I decided to just go with this because I've heard nothing but good things. And of course, it wouldn't fucking. Why? You know what? I'm gonna just fucking add a source. Can I do an image? Would this work?
What are you putting it on?
I'm gonna just add this shit to the stream itself. Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd actually.
it worked. Boom, pretend it's on Discord. Whoa, next week we're watching Buddy Daddies. Woo! Sounds like it's a yaoi, but it's not. It's a family story of 2 killers and a girl, which sounds kind of like Spy Family or Spy X Family, whatever you want to call it. But it is something different. So look forward to that. Any closing statements, good sir?
Go listen to Kickback, but it's salsa.
Should we link it in like the description of the VOD or something?
Yeah. No, you link Kickback first, and then Kickback, but it's
And
salsa.
then Kickback salsa. Hell yeah, dude. Why not? Yes, remove image from my screen. Get out of here. It's so good. All right, no spoilers. I'll ban you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We will catch you next time on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.